Chapter 13, Going Home. In sociology class, everyone seems stunned as they scrutinize their returned exams. The average grade on the exam is 82%. Destiny is the only one with an A on the exam with 90%. Shockingly, Becky's score is only a 74%, while Freddie receives an 81%. It appears the multiple choice and short answer sections were not weighted as much as was believed. The essay portion carried the most weight. Several students look very concerned. Most envision this course as a GPA booster, and it is nothing of the sort. After class, Holly and Teddy met quickly to discuss how to move forward to get the best possible grade on their project. Holly and Teddy both received the average grade of the class, an 82%. Neither one really wants to be bothered over the break with a classmate in their family setting, but they reluctantly agree to do exactly that if it is not Thanksgiving Day. Classes are canceled the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so students plan to leave on Tuesday. Holly goes to her economics class on Tuesday just to get her exam score. She is pleased with the B- she received because the exam was extremely challenging. The average for the class is a C-. Returning to her apartment, she realizes Laura is still in bed. She checks to see if she is okay before she leaves to go home. Apparently, Laura is catching a cold. Even though Laura has her own car, Holly volunteers to drive her home since she is only 20 miles out of the way. Laura appreciates the offer, but insists she will be fine in an hour or so. Holly puts together a bag with clothes and a toothbrush. She zips up her laundry basket and checks her backpack for work she will need over the holiday. When Holly is finished gathering her things, she quietly leaves Laura sleeping and heads out the door. When Holly gets to her parents' house, she is exhausted and goes straight to bed. The next morning, she is already up and out for her run. Holly comes in from the morning run and is instructed to hurry so she can help her mother with the meal. The Woodwards will be having some family over for Thanksgiving, so Mom has already prepared the list of dishes she plans to have on the whiteboard in the kitchen. After her shower, Holly looks over the list and volunteers to make the candied yams and the apple pie. As Holly looks for a pot to boil the yams, she informs her mother of a possible guest coming over the holidays. "Do I need to set another plate for your guest?" inquires her mother. "No, he will not be here on Thanksgiving Day. We both agreed to that," clarifies Holly. "So who is it and when is he coming?" pushes Mom as she grabs the box of macaroni from the pantry. "His name is Teddy, and he is my partner for my sociology project. As far as when he's coming, I'm not sure. We still have to figure that out." "Okay, let me know. By the way, how are the rest of your classes going?" "They're fine. Econ is still tough." Ethan's Jeep pulls up in front of Teddy's house. As he opens the back to get his bags, he receives a text from Holly. He closes the back and tells Ethan they should hang out over the weekend. Ethan suggests maybe Friday and then beats the horn as he drives off. On his way home, Ethan decides to stop at the Blair Corner Store. The store is run by a black family, a father and daughter team. His mother would always take Ethan to this particular store to get some French burnt peanuts and other items when he was younger. He figured his mother wanted to support an African American business. As he opens the door to the store, The bell chimes, letting the owners know some customers have entered the store. Jody, the daughter, who is an attractive lady in her mid to late 30s, comes from the back. She recognizes Ethan immediately, as he was a local basketball player in high school. "Hey, Ethan, how are you doing, honey?" says Miss Jody. "Pop, come look who's here." "Hello, Miss Jody," responds Ethan as he makes his way around the counter to give her a hug. He stays behind the counter until Mr. Blair makes his way out. Mr. Blair is still pretty agile for a man in his late 60s. Mr. Blair stares at Ethan. "Look at you. You're almost my height, boy," comments Mr. Blair. Ethan laughs since he knows he is already taller than Mr. Blair. Ethan extends his hand and Mr. Blair shakes it and then pulls him in for a hug. "So how's school going?" asks Miss Jody. "It's good," says Ethan. "Just trying to keep out of trouble." "Well, you leave those girls alone and get your work done," Miss Jody scolds lightly. Ethan walks over to the row where the French burnt peanuts, then returns to the counter to pay. "Mr. Blair, how are you doing? You're looking good," comments Ethan as he pulls out his wallet to pay. "I tried to stay in shape after the heart attack several years ago," replies Mr. Blair. "Okay, well, you all take care," says Ethan as he grabs his bag of peanuts and heads for the door. "Tell your mama hello for us," shouts Miss Jody. "Will do." Ethan gets in his Jeep and travels home. He presents his mother with the French burnt peanuts. She is excited to see her son. His father comes down to greet him as well. Reginald and Daisy knew Ethan must have stopped by the Blair store from the treat he purchased. Both inquire about the Blairs since they haven't seen them in several months. Ethan shares their well wishes as he makes his way to the refrigerator to get something to drink. The kitchen is relatively spotless, compliments of their housekeeper. There are no preparations for Thanksgiving in the kitchen. Daisy has ordered the meal for the three of them to arrive early tomorrow morning. Neither Ethan nor Reginald is surprised. Daisy was never much of a cook. Ethan hangs out with his parents for a couple of hours before he leaves to visit his friends down the street. So in Chapter 13, the sociology students get their exam back, and most didn't do as well as they thought. In the comments below, share when you thought you did something well, but found out that you didn't. See you in Chapter 14.